So we're basically here with this 3/8 national pipe thread. I'm about to put this plug in here because I ain't fucking with no buying of a fucking. I don't really want this fucking silicone bullshit in there. I want it to be plugged. I want it to look proper. I want anybody looks in there, they're not gonna think twice to be like, oh, is something missing? No, it's just gonna be plugged off. You're not gonna see fuck all. It's gonna look normal. So none of this covering it up. And so I'm just trying to tap this out right now. Get it deep enough to sink the plug in countersunk. Just to clean it up, make sure it gets all the way in. Like I said, once I clean this, this plug goes all the way in. Just gonna Loctite it in there. Maybe even just put the green retaining compound, maybe. Not quite sure. It's very dirty. I'm gonna turn the air on, I'm gonna blow it out, I'm gonna test fit it. See if it's deep enough. So we're back with a clean hole after brake cleaning it. Now I wasn't sure if I was gonna use the retaining compound or the red Loctite last time, so if I remember correctly, I think last time I did a little combination, a little Christmas tree. So we're gonna put a bit of red, a bit of green, a little bit of red, a little bit green. We don't want this thing coming loose or leaking or whatever. So, put some of the green. Put some of the red, why not? Allen key, so damn it, I wanted a bit more in there than that. going on here? I swear I had enough. Guess that's pretty close to flush. I mean, probably not gonna get much more than that. Just to say, sticking out. You know what? I'm gonna force it. That's good. Got a whole plug, that's all we needed, right? As you can see, it's pretty close to flush like I wanted, but it's not going in anymore, so that's all we get. It's not bad. I don't mind that. Looks pretty good. So now we got the intake. We gotta clean it up a bit more. Get a bit more of that carbon out of there, because these holes are pretty dark. Probably waste a whole another can of brake clean on that, and we'll be able to slap it on and hopefully fire this girl up. You can find the right bolts. This thing's like half apart, half together, I mean. These are the right ones, but for some reason this one doesn't want to go in. I'm gonna have to like maybe pull out a tap. Parts everywhere, and then all of a sudden I decide, yep, call this place the answer, and now I'm gonna go drop this engine off to get rebuilt. Try to stick this in. And Seth saw it would not fit. You know what? Probably best we put a little bit of never sees on all these, because they're gonna get hot. Gonna tighten these up and we're good. So basically I realized I'm not filming enough. Yeah, I've been getting real behind. Haven't really made the videos and stuff yet, so here we are. Everything's pretty all together, but as you can see I got new spark plugs for it because we're having a problem starting it up without the intake on and stuff. And I think it should still start up. Like it wanted to fire, but it didn't really fire. And we got fuel filters in the mail. We got this piece, because it's broken, in the mail. Well, rubber. But we're gonna use this, which is, I'm pretty sure, 2.5 inch. But it doesn't really line up here. This is like 2 3/4, I think, the throttle body or something like that. So this 3000 pipe obviously fits better. I was thinking maybe getting a welder to cut and weld these two pipes together, so then we got 2.5 inch into 2 3/4, nice, smooth, There's mounts on it, you know, like everything would be proper, is what I'm thinking. But we're not quite there yet. So far, we're gonna try to start it up with that pipe. This is just gonna be on the sidelines. Hey, Mowgli. We got a little ahead of ourselves. Started putting everything together because I was waiting for spark plugs to show up. The parts store didn't have none. Basically, this is what they tell me is for a Super Turbo 7MGT. They gave me some BC PR6EP-N-8, which is I guess 5275 laser platinum premium. They had some AC Delco and Champions in stock, but I wasn't really gonna risk it putting American plugs in my Japanese car, you know. And plus, everyone knows that NGK is like way better. We're gonna rip this apart, put some new plugs in it. So we actually had a bit of moisture in there. Which probably was from when it sat outside a couple of days because I had to get out of the garage out of the way, but I mean, I resealed everything with pipe dope there, the thread sealant liquid stuff. We got the new spark plugs in there. We're back to figuring out the plumbing. We put this vent on there, and in the meantime, while I wait for this new piece right here. But one thing I'm gonna change on the fuel lines. It's not that I have a problem with it. It's just it'll look better. So I'm gonna take this U off that I kind of put in here. I'm gonna take the hose clamps off and I'm gonna crimp them with crimp clamps. But you gotta think, if you're reusing all the parts from the blown engine, $500 engine is pretty good if this works out. I mean, I bought new hoses, silicone, intake, just the stuff it needs really to get it running solid without any leaks or old hoses being cracked or anything like that. Another thing that we still have to work on here, still trying to figure out how I'm gonna fab this. I drilled some holes in this piece, bolted it on. Might just actually call a welder to do that part because I'm not very good with aluminum. I've never tried it. Well, I don't really know if I'm good or not. I don't have a way of trying it other than arc rods. So we're thinking of just arcing it. We bought a pack of rods for 20 bucks at Princess Auto. So we're gonna maybe try to get that on there with a couple sticks. And yeah, so we're just in the plumbing phase right now, basically. Trying to make everything work. Had to get an adapter to fit 3/4 to 1/2 inch, or sorry, 3/4 to 1 inch for this forged diverter valve that I pulled off a patch old Golf, the 1.8 turbo GTI that I scrapped. Never really scrapped it yet, I just parted it out. But it's not going to hit the scrapyard. We're actually planning on putting a 2-liter diesel in it. Not a common rail. We're going PD. So follow us for that. Everything to do with that is going to be cool. It's pretty well going to be a stock plug and play drop in. Just we're going to strip and gut the GTI, and it's going to be interesting. But I don't need this for that. So little diesels don't run blow off valves. And the blow off valve I got with this was big and janky and ugly. It's like a Turbo XS or some shit like that. But this is, like, in my opinion, a lot better because it's kind of a diverter valve. Still blows off some of it. Might help run better. I'm not sure if the ECU really needs a diverter valve instead of a blow off valve. I'm not really 100% sure how that works with these. So like as you can see, pretty nice piece, got some nice barbs on it. What you gonna do? Yeah, these are probably better because they're much more dull. The other pliers I had were very sharp. Still, you don't want to squeeze too hard when doing this. You just cut the clamp, you know. So basically from the top side, it'll look like a nice, cleaner piece that I put together instead of just some janky fucking 4-hose clamp. Max Martin will be complaining there like a little girl. Oh, it looks like shit, bud. Well, it's my shit. So that's the end product. Really just to say some of that stuff. It's not very much. Holy fuck, who tightened this? Oh, that was fucking tight. Good and tight. Now we can try to start it.